In today's show, $500 million in Bitcoin leaves Coinbase as the institutions buy more than miners can sell. As Gary Silbert points out of Grayscale, he put, boom, $500+ million in one day, which now leaves total assets under management for Grayscale at $16.4 billion. Also in today's episode, the latest interview with Max Keiser and Daniela Cambone. Max goes on to share, make no mistake about this, Michael Saylor and the Bitcoiners are attacking the Federal Reserve Bank and the global central banking system as Soros did to the Bank of England. And he goes on, that's why Bitcoin, you can very easily see it trade to $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a coin pretty quickly because the central banks have left themselves open to this arbitrage, to this attack, and it's on. The game is on now, and no one is pretending that this isn't happening anymore. I'll be giving you all the juicy highlights from this exclusive interview. Also in today's episode, JP Morgan report suggests Bitcoin price could reach $650,000. That's right, the investment bank reckons that if Bitcoin stays the course and draws more investors, it could reach a price level of $650,000 per Bitcoin. JP Morgan fancies this being the case if crypto attains the same market cap as gold. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. We're witnessing a correction in the cryptocurrency market, but it's a great sign that Bitcoin is holding its course strong at that $23,000 support. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right. And turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM, leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, then smash that link right below the video in the description. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts, and Merry Christmas Eve. I'm your host, JV. We have a lot to discuss today, so let's dive right in, shall we? Bitcoin saw a fresh rejection at $24,000 overnight yesterday on December 24th, but data shows that the appetite for big buy-ins is only increasing, which is another bullish indicator for the king of all crypto. As recorded by on-chain analytics resource Crypto Quant, institution-focused exchange Coinbase Pro alone saw two large withdrawals of more than 12,000 BTC, valued at $278 million each this week. That's right. And as Cointelegraph reported, while not proven, single large outflow spikes suggest that a buyer has purchased a large amount of Bitcoin and that the proceeds are being moved into a single storage wallet. As Ki Jung Yu of Crypto Quant points out right here on Crypto Twitter, another big Coinbase outflow a few hours ago. Institutional investors are buying BTC, as you can see right here in this graph, brought to you by Crypto Quant. Now in November, miners unlocked just under 28,000 BTC in block rewards, barely more than the sum total of the two Coinbase Pro transactions. This implied supply squeeze forms a central argument for continued upward price action. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock, then you already know that Grayscale is leading the institutional buying for the Bitcoin supply. The underlying desire to suck up the Bitcoin supply at $23,000 contrasts with external factors influencing market sentiment, notably revolving around Ripple's U.S. lawsuit, which I've been covering in great detail in the previous two episodes, and shifting expectations over the Mt. Gox rehabilitation proceedings and concerns that Ripple's associated altcoin, XRP, could become all but untradeable thanks to legal action appeared to spark considerable volatility in Bitcoin over the past 24 hours. And at the same time, the market is awaiting the distribution of funds to Mt. Gox's creditors, who after a 6-year hiatus may well be keen to sell some or all of their Bitcoin at the 2020 prices, resulting in $3.2 billion of additional selling pressure. And beyond these short-term factors, however, it remains clear that institutions are bullish on Bitcoin as a whole, with fresh commitments surfacing almost constantly. That's right, as Barry Silbert of Grayscale points out, boom, $500+ million in one day, which now puts Grayscale with $16.4 billion in assets under management, in which $14 billion is in the king of all crypto. That's right, the investment giant Grayscale now controls $16.4 billion in assets under management after adding $500 million in a single day. So as the institutional demand continues, the race is on between Barry Silbert and Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy, and that's not even taking into consideration PayPal, Square, MassMutual, and the list goes on and on. All right, now yesterday I watched this exclusive interview between Max Kaiser and Daniela Cambone of Stansberry Research, and it was epic. I did some quotes from it, and before I break this down and give you all the highlights, first let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. Now this is actually bullish for Bitcoin. The fact that we've been holding strong at this $23,000 support with BTC down 1.7% for the day, but still maintaining that 23K level. We have Ethereum down 4%, trading at $583. XRP down another 21%, now trading at 27 cents, which has lost now over 60% of its value in the past few days, thanks to that lawsuit by the SEC, which is viral all over crypto Twitter, so you already know what's up. And if you're not in the know, be sure to check out my previous 2 episodes where I cover this story in greater detail. We also have Chainlink bleeding down 10%, trading at $10.67. It seems this lawsuit has affected all the major altcoins, and the only crypto remaining strong is the king of all crypto. Go figure. Now for some of the highlights from this exclusive interview, quoting Max Kaiser, he wrote, "Make no mistake about this, Michael Saylor and the Bitcoiners are attacking the Federal Reserve Bank and the global central banking system as Soros did to the Bank of England." And he continues, "That's why Bitcoin, you can very easily see it trade to $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a coin pretty quickly because the central banks have left themselves open to this arbitrage, to this attack, and it's on. The game is on now, and no one is pretending that this isn't happening anymore. As long as rates keep going negative, then the Bitcoin trade is an asymmetric bet. It's a one-way bet, and it has virtually no top. You're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars per coin or higher." And he continues, JP Morgan just came out with an estimate of $650,000 per Bitcoin, which I'm going to cover in greater detail later here in the show. Citibank is estimating $300,000 per Bitcoin. So I think they kind of see what's happening here. They want to get ahead of it and they want some exposure to it, but nothing is going to stop this now. Max Kaiser continues, 2021, 2022, I predict that one of the major central banks in the world will close utterly and completely, and that will start a transition post-central banks. Central banks, we have outlived their usefulness. They were never really that good to begin with. Touche. And Max continues, if you have Bitcoin, you can do transactions with anybody without permission at any time. It's unconfiscatable. You can't censor it, and it's deflationary. I don't need a central bank. Now that Bitcoin's here, we don't need central banks. They are not useful in any way. And he continues, Bitcoin is the silver bullet. It's the bullet to the back of the head. It's 2 caps to the back of the head. It's Tony Soprano going to the Fed, 2 caps to the back of the head, and you're done. And that's the way it should be. We have to get rid of these central banks, and we are. Touche. And to watch this entire exclusive interview between Max Kaiser and Daniela Cambone, be sure to check out the show notes below the video in the description. You'll be glad you did. And before I break down our next breaking story of the day, a new JP Morgan report suggests Bitcoin price could reach a whopping $650,000 per Bitcoin. But before I break this down, let's first take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at $625 billion with $226 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and Bitcoin dominance is still on the rise at 68.9%. Holy moly, we're almost back at 70% dominance as the BTC dominance continues to go parabolic. Now checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Stellar Lumens up 6%, trading at 15.4 cents. We have Decred up 4.78%, trading just under $34. We have Cardano up 1%, trading at 14.8 cents, and Waves up about 0.4%, trading at $6.40. Now checking out the biggest losers within the top 100, we have XRP down 19%, trading at 27.4 cents. Chainlink down 10%, trading at $10.77. Neem down 16%, trading at 22 cents. And Bancor down 8%, trading at $1.16. Now out of this list of the biggest gainers and losers, which altcoins are you most bullish on right now? Drop me a comment right down below. Now checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, which is one of my favorite indicators. It shows we're currently rated an 86 in extreme greed. Yesterday was a 93, last week a 92, and last month an 88, all of which is within extreme greed. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, like we're witnessing in the market right now, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, and before I break down this bullish JP Morgan report suggesting a $650,000 Bitcoin price, first I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below the video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 640 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button right below this video to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. You can also find me on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is Crypto News Yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 17,000 cryptopreneurs from all over the world. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat, which is uncensored. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day, shall we? The leading largest multinational investment bank in the US believes the Bitcoin price can soar to $650,000. But how ironic that Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, has been calling Bitcoin a fraud for years, and at one point even threatened to fire any employees who purchased the king of all crypto. It all comes full circle, doesn't it? The investment bank compiled its last Flows and Liquidity report for 2020, highlighting that gold and Bitcoin gained the most from the coronavirus pandemic. Bitcoin has posted an impressive performance in the third and current fourth quarter this year. The crypto's tremendous rally at the end of November in particular saw it reach its previous all-time high, but that wasn't the end of it. Last week, Bitcoin's price climbed up to $22,600, and over the weekend, it surged to an unprecedented level of $24,000 on some major exchanges. That's right. And during this period, the crypto's adoption rate has risen exponentially, and JP Morgan describes this Bitcoin growth as remarkable. In which it is. That's a fact. The crypto has drawn the attention of several individuals and institutional investors globally. Many companies have now started showing interest in the digital asset by setting aside their funds to acquire Bitcoin. However, the digital asset has a long way to go in terms of market capital. Most of the leading traditional assets have a market cap in the range of trillions. An example, gold, that is valued at roughly $10 trillion right now. Bitcoin, by contrast, has a current market cap of $442 billion. Hey, not too shabby. That said, its growth rate remains a positive attribute, especially when analyzing its potential. The digital asset grew by $300 billion in market validation in 2020 alone. Quoting this report from JP Morgan, alternative currencies such as gold and Bitcoin have been the main beneficiaries of the pandemic in relative growth, growing their assets for investment purposes by 27% and 227% respectively, a section of the JP Morgan report read. Now, not too shabby for the king of all crypto, up 227% compared to gold, up 27%. Now, the investment bank reckons that if Bitcoin stays the course and draws more investors, it could reach a price level of $650,000 per BTC. I repeat, the investment bank reckons that if Bitcoin stays the course and draws more investors, it could reach a price level of $650,000 per Bitcoin. JP Morgan fancies this being the case if the crypto attains the same market cap as gold, which ultimately means there's a flippening on the gold market cap between Bitcoin. And of course, this won't happen in the near future. In the report, JP Morgan asserts that by virtue of increased institutional adoption of Bitcoin, the price jump will likely happen sooner than it had been expected. So there you have it. So they're in agreement with the Winklevoss twins, who also predict a $500,000 Bitcoin when the Bitcoin market cap flips on gold. And the bank recently suggested that many institutions will follow the likes of MassMutual and MicroStrategy, now worth over $1 billion in crypto, after converting their balance sheets into Bitcoin to get more exposure. JP Morgan predicted a resulting inflow of $600 billion into Bitcoin. More companies investing into BTC will be the key in driving the Bitcoin prices higher. So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts on JP Morgan's bullish price prediction of a $650,000 Bitcoin price. Do you agree or disagree? Drop me a comment right down below. And now for a quick recap of what I covered with you right here in today's show. $500 million in Bitcoin leaves Coinbase as institutions buy more than miners are selling. And as Barry Silbert points out, boom, another $500 million plus in one day, which now leads the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust with $16.4 billion in assets under management. Holy whoa. Just saying. Also in today's show, as I pointed out in this recent interview with Daniela Cambone and Max Kaiser, Max goes on to share, make no mistake about this, Michael Saylor, who is the CEO of MicroStrategy, and the Bitcoiners are attacking the Federal Reserve Bank and the global central banking system as Soros did to the Bank of England. Hey, you reap what you sow, right? And he continues, that's why Bitcoin, you can very easily see it trade to 2, 3, 400,000 a coin pretty quickly because the central banks have left themselves open to this arbitrage, to this attack, and it's on. The game is on now, and no one is pretending that this isn't happening anymore. Also in today's show, as I shared, JP Morgan report suggests that the Bitcoin price could reach $650,000 per BTC. So let me know where you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go from here. Drop me a comment right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button, that's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, including Christmas Eve, just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM, leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, then smash that link right below the video in the description. You'll be glad you did. Go ahead and register for this free system. Merry Christmas Eve, and I look forward to seeing you on Christmas Day tomorrow. In the meantime, relax, sit back, enjoy the holidays, and I'll catch you soon on tomorrow's episode. Peace.